Fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we like to start right on time. So without further ado, our founder, Scotty Evans. Scotty, over to you.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Been a couple of calls since I've been on, and all for good reason, making things happen for the company and expanding and growing very, very rapidly in all parts and sectors of the business. So a lot of stuff being done behind the scenes, and we're looking really, really good moving forward here. We're going to do a Q&A again. We did it last few times ago, and it was really successful. Got a lot of good information out. What we did is I just had everybody compile the top, say, 25, 20 questions or so that most people are asking. It really helps everybody out. Plus, it's recorded, and it's easy to listen to again or re-forward it on to people for that. And then as we move forward in the next call, so we're going to start drilling down into the details that everybody really wants to hear. That'll guide you right into going live and give you a head start on going live when we do here very shortly. And I'll touch on that in just a moment. The numbers, again, the enthusiasm continues to be unbelievable. The biggest people who have been in direct sales, network marketing, sales, business, and so forth have never seen anything like this. Our numbers are just staggering. And everyone is wondering how a company comes out of nowhere and just jumps into an arena that's 40 plus years old, redefines it, reinvents it, and brings it into the actual business side of it with a direct sales, network marketing, feel and touch, social marketing, as we like to call it, or crowd and friend sharing. Really a different technique and a different model that a lot more people can participate in and, again, be proud to be part of the business. The reason we've done this is because we come at it from a business standpoint, and that's the whole difference from what we're doing. Most companies in network marketing come at it from a hype standpoint. They come around the back end, get you all hyped up with the exact same comp plan, the exact same juice or whatever it is or whatever materials, and nothing wrong with that stuff because we're going to have a great one. But the thing is that the system itself doesn't work. That's what we're changing, and everyone can feel that there's something different happening here. That's the great part about where we're going. And the Alexa numbers continue to be staggering. We are close to going under 1,000, under 1,000 of the most visited site in America and under 2,000 in the world. That'll probably happen within a week. Just unheard of, as I mentioned. I want to take a second, jumping gears real quickly, and then I'll get into the questions. Definitely want to apologize for the sound quality of last weekend, or last week's call. We're pushing the limits of technology here. I come from a telecom website background, and this is a service that we outsource, so it's not an internal service, but we are pushing the limits of what they have even seen before. They've been in this business a long time. A lot of people know this company. Great service, great technology, and they're very good for for companies, and they're helping us expand. And we're working real closely with them. Real nice relationship with them. So we encourage everybody to use their services moving forward, especially when you're doing your group calls and when you have a few hundred or even a few thousand on the call. It's a great service. We're in the many thousands of people, and it's just getting to the point where the phone nodes are full and the web nodes are full, and basically at the end of the day you can only have so many people calling in on lines before the switches, which is basically a computer in telephony language, and the website itself cannot take any more bandwidth or any more calls or any more people. So again, we're working on expanding that as we grow forward because our numbers are only going to increase and get substantially larger, which is a very good thing. Well, let's go ahead and just jump into the key points. I was handed these questions just a little bit ago. I haven't rehearsed them or seen them. I don't even know what they are, so I just have a list. I'm going to read them, and they're in no particular order. They're just, like I said, the top 20, top 25 questions. So with that, why don't we start out with the big one? When are we going live? I know everybody wants to know that, so we'll get that off the desk right now. As we've outlined in previous calls and several leadership calls that we've been on, our original goal was to go live in September. We didn't really have a target date, but that was back when we had 25 people, not in our office, but 25 people we were consulting with. We brought in some of the top people from the young whippersnappers who really know how to social market and so forth, big successes in sales, all the way to the seasoned professionals who have been in multi businesses who've seen it all, and they were able to provide us with a wealth of information. we only wanted to have a couple of thousand people in the program before we went live because we wanted to come at this from a different angle and be a business first, and then have then build our momentum and growth from there. That obviously didn't happen. We're excited about where we are. We're proud of where we are. We're doing things that are unheard of, and every one of you are just doing fantastic stuff because we're changing an entire industry, and it's a great thing to be part of. So what we're doing is we're pushing everything up forward, and our goal is to be live at the end of this month. We may be very close. I don't want to be quoted on it, but the end of this month is what we're targeting. If we miss it within a few days or so, it will not be months. We will not drag you down that path that many, many other network marketing companies do. They tell you we're going live, then they go live and they have all kinds of problems. Then they go on live again with another relaunch 3 months later or 2 months later or whatever it is. We will not do that to you. We are building an infrastructure that is global, it's solid, and it is massive. And also building all the back-end materials, which I'll talk about, I'm sure, in one of these questions. What we're getting out there is that be ready. The next time I get on a call, we'll hopefully tell you that we're live and at least give you a drop-dead date of when we are going live. So that is where we are with that. Hopefully everyone can keep the enthusiasm for just a couple of more weeks. That's where we are. We're very, very close to that. So get ready. All right, I'm going to just jump into the second question here, and it's what is the difference between a founder and an affiliate? Pretty obvious, but I'm going to kind of expand on it a little bit. And now that the founder position is closed, you that have the foresight and ambition to become a founder will enjoy many, many perks and benefits over the weeks and the coming years of being a founder. We have all kinds of great stuff, and plus, you'll be able to have that on your associate card and so forth, your membership card, where non-members won't. So that's going to be a nice item as well. At the end of the day, when the program goes live, as far as it stands from a membership standpoint, the founders and affiliates are the same as far as making and earning commissions from the system, from the Spinfinity, the Infinity, and the global profit pool. That works just the same. So with that, the affiliates are just as valuable to you as a founder. We have, a lot of people wanted to keep going on the founders, and others said enough. We want to, stop that. So we highly recommend at this time. I would say that, just continue to let others know about GlobalOne. It'll make the couple of weeks pass by quicker because again, when we go live, they're going to want to activate. And activating as an affiliate, activating as a founder, at the end of the day, for the business segment of it makes no difference, and you will be compensated the same depending on what participation level you are and so forth moving forward. So definitely would keep the momentum going. It's free. So how hard is it to tell somebody, hey, you know what? Yeah, just put your email address in because I think you're going to like what you see in a few weeks. That's a great place to be. So that is where we are with the difference between a founder and affiliate. This next question leads right into that. Why did we stop the founders? And then the other half says, please stop the founders. I guess what they're saying is half the members want to keep going, the other half want to stop. We ended the founders on Sunday night. When we have this many people on a program like this and the momentum is so exciting and moving forward so, at such a brisk pace, you just can't, you have to make some final decisions. And our goal and our time right now is to get the company live. So we feel real good about where we are with the founders' positions. We have a nice segment of people in there. And again, people still have the same opportunity to sign up as an affiliate. So there really isn't anything that they're, other than the extra bonuses and so forth that you'll get as a founder. But keep them coming, keep them in, and keep your company growing. At this point, everybody needs to be focused on our entire department, or company, so we can get live, and you guys can see what earning real money is all about and building a great, great company here. Let's see here. I'm going to jump on to the next question. How about this? Again, just random here. How much is paid out in Spinfinity? We covered this some time ago, but let's do a refresher. We got a lot of new people in, and people haven't been on all the calls, and they haven't heard all the conference calls. Spinfinity is not a system like any other. Spinfinity is a patent-pending algorithm. It takes in many, many factors into the way it pays out. It's not a downline as you're used to, so you have to erase that for that part. And also, when you're in the global profit pool, that works off an activity point system, so that's not a downline either. The Infinity does work in a traditional downline sense, so you will be able to build that just naturally and automatically. But we didn't, we're not going to go into all that stuff because we've already covered those and how they work and so forth in unison and tandem. So getting back to the Spinfinity and the way that the algorithm works, it's not a group or a downline or anything. It's basically a straight line. A straight line, an up-down line, a right-left line, a left-right line, an inside-out line, however you want to write it on a board or on your piece of paper, it doesn't matter. What happens is that it's not a random. It doesn't jumble it around. It's a straight line that always grows and flexes. It could be bigger, it could be large, it could be smaller. If Global Vision becomes a huge company in decades to come from now and we have great growth, it expands with the growth, and it takes the algorithm and calculates in all the different businesses and all the different participation levels people in, and it pays out in a tiered fashion. But it's an algorithm, not a downline. And so with that, people have been asking, well, how much do you get paid and all this type of stuff? And I understand everybody just wants to know how much they're going to make and the whole bit. That'll all be released, obviously, when we go live. You're going to be blown away by it. But I can give you the random sampling of how it works. Basically, within the 2/3 of people that actually that are in the Spinfinity in the cash payout zone, it's anywhere from roughly about $1, give or take a little bit, because it fluctuates, all the way up to $500 more dollars. This is every 3 days, though. This is every 3 days this happens. In just the Spinfinity part of it. That doesn't take into account the global profit pool, and doesn't take into account the long-term growth of the Infinity side that you're building. And with that, so not only could you land in that position or in those higher positions, it's anywhere in between there. It could be $50, $80, $120, $180. It could be, 89 cents at one time, but it fluctuates, and it goes into dollars, and it goes into higher and higher dollars as you land in the different positions when they pay out. And as people are spinning through, the more people you have, the more payout profit pools that you're part of. You obviously get paid the 6 times in Spinfinity. And the reason it's 6 times is because sorry, I got distracted there. It's because you are spinning every 3 days. You spin into the mid zone within 72 hours. You spin into the top zone within 72 hours from there, and then in the next 72 hours you spin down to the bottom portion of it, which you do not make commissions off of. And then 3 days later you go to the middle, 3 days to the top. So what ends up happening, you're actually spinning 10 times in a month, and being paid 10 times in GlobalOne based on point systems and anything you've accumulated over in the Infinity side of stuff. So that's why 6 times versus 10. You actually are spinning 10 times, but you land in money positions 6 times. And that's the great thing about when you bring people in, is they're going to see money in their wallet for the first time ever. And if you bring somebody who lands in 72 hours or sooner, or in 5 days lands in the 500 to 600 position, you get 20% of that. So it's a nice thing to have, because mathematically people are going to land in those positions, especially the more people you have in your entire group. And the same thing if you're qualified for your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th tiers, depending on, again, the participation levels we discussed several conference calls ago. Is that the same thing? If there are 3 or 4 people removed from you and you're qualified, you get 20% of that $500 or $600 or $80 or $20 or $193, whatever it is. That's what makes this so beautiful, that builds that long-term wealth, because people earn commissions and they see things they've never seen before in a business, and then that gets them to really start participating in the profit pool by doing various activities, and then also you automatically by default begin building a very substantial part of the program, which is the Infinity. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the price point. At the end of the day, if you got 3 or 4 people and they got 2 or 3 or 4 people, we showed you the math on one of the earlier calls on the PowerPoint, and that's the math is the math is the math. We're not talking about earnings or anything of that nature. We're just telling you where it is, where the commissions land. But if you're getting 20% of a buck thousands of times every 3 days, that's not a bad payday either, but you're going to have people falling in all the different positions. So it's a total random as far as where your people are going to land. It's not random in the sense that they're jumbling around. It's one straight line that breaks out into algorithms. So that's how that works there. The next question is jumping into, let's see here, jumps into the auctions. So why are our auctions better than the competition? Well, the auction is one business we'll have, and at the end of the day, penny auctions at their root are very similar. What we're different is that we are going to have very nice products and services. You know, if you want to have, if you want to buy, and I always make the joke about the chainsaws and the vacuum cleaners. By all means, go to the other programs. We don't care. Our program is going to have a much higher quality of products. We will have very nice, high quality computers, things of that nature that you can use in your everyday life. We'll have some very unique items as well that we haven't seen anywhere on any sites. And in addition to that, we'll have some great products that are in the high end, on the high end categories, talking about, you know, very large carat diamond earrings, very high quality, Rolex watches, things of that nature, and those type of things you've always wanted to buy, but maybe haven't wanted to shell out many thousands of dollars for. But you know what? You're willing to take a few bids out of your, profits and make some, and make a bid on it. So that's going to be the primary difference. At the end of the day, the auctions there's not a whole lot of variation as far as the software is concerned and what the softwares do. And other than that, it's going to be our product selections. It's going to be quite a bit different. So that's going to answer that question there. The next question is, when will we have self-replicating video video pages, the follow-up systems for customer acquisition and all that type of stuff, and representative, bringing members in and so forth. That stuff will all be part of your back office when we go live. It'll be a very thorough, very detailed back office. There will be, for the newer members, there will be some really nice tools in there that will help you get members. I've talked about this in earlier calls. Is that we don't want you going to these online email companies that say we'll send out 35 million emails for you, and then you get 4 responses, and those 4 responses don't even know what the heck you're talking about because they clicked on some ad that don't even know what the heck it was. These are systems that are developed specifically for our program. So by the time that lead comes into you, they're either hopefully very close to signing up, or they're just telling you, hey, I just signed up under your sponsorship. I want to introduce myself. That's how far along our marketing and sales systems will go. And we're putting in multiple kinds of those, so you can choose what makes the most sense for you. In addition to all that, we'll have a lot of the the materials such as landing pages, videos, all the creative, business cards, your replicated site, obviously, advertising tools that actually work, and the list goes on. So you'll have all those tools in the back office, and we will always grow those that product line. As a matter of fact, one of the things we want to do is we have a lot of really creative people out there. We see some great work that people have put together on their own, and we're going to invite you to come in and basically freelance with us, and we can potentially use your services and your and your talents and make it available to everybody and grow the business every bigger, and you use your talents to get it out there, and that'll be discussed also when we go live. So that's a great thing that we're going to do. That I don't know any other company that's doing that. They put out the kind of their generic stuff, and that's what you're stuck with. They don't really give you any direction or anything of that nature. So that's going to be a nice little twist on us as well, that we want to take the collective group, as everybody is in this together to make this thing happen. So let's all work together to put the best materials together as well and keep it going. We can always want to be reviving the information, always want to looking at new technologies, newer innovations. I mean, gosh, we all know when video came out several years ago, that was the thing that was going to change everything. But now, even though you watch a video, after about 2 minutes, you're kind of fading off, and you're like, okay, where's I've seen this 4,000 times before. So we want to do all kinds of innovative stuff. We got some really fun stuff that's going to be happening as well, and hopefully just as we're changing the industry and really turning it upside down, we got a couple of marketing avenues that are going to be really cool as well that are just going to change things quite a bit as well. So you'll like that. Next question is, when GlobalOne is live? Hold on a second here. Let me see what this is. A long question. Okay. Basically, generally what the question is asking is, when we go live, can you use the same credit card to sign up others like children, grandchildren, grandparents, all that kind of stuff? And then what is the youngest age that can sign up? And can I set in? I'm trying to this looks like I was just copied and pasted. Something about using a charitable organization, it looks like what they're asking. You can use the same credit card for other companies. Basically what you would do is that they would set up their e-wallet system in the back office and go through the registration process. This is a little bit detailed for this call, but it will be step-by-step out. So if you want to activate your account and then put extra money in there or take your earnings and bring other people in, all they have to do is create an invoice. They send that to you through the e-wallet system, and you simply just pay that invoice for them at whatever level they're going to be in. So it makes it really easy. It's, again, those steps will be in the back office. Really, really easy stuff. And actually, we always talk about that. This is a great company to get family and your children and your grandparents and stuff that you may be a little disconnected with to get active, because the business side of it is going to be so amazing with not only the global businesses we have, but when we get when the charity is fully operational, which will be just it actually is operational now, but I'm talking about when we have the hundreds of videos and all the great stuff that your pennies are donating to. That there is going to be a great thing to be part of, and just a great thing for families to be part of and show your kids that there's people out there a lot less fortunate to them, and they don't have the newest $600 iPhone and iPad and I this, I that, and everything else, and might help them to understand that there's a big, big world out there that they can participate in helping with. In addition to that, it's a great way to make additional income for the family. There's no reason why 2 or 3 or 4 people in a family can't be part of this, because it's so simple, and you don't have to. It's a very simple thing to be part of. And as we break out the other products that we've talked about, these bioscience products, when they hit the shelves, when they hit the marketplace, and you're telling your friends about it, and they're buying it at the stores around the world, or wholesale, retail, what have you, all that money goes into the global profit pool that you're sharing in. That's a great way to, again, just expand on the whole family values and stuff you can be proud of. These are going to be items in stores that are just they're going to change everything. And for some of those who are privileged in our office, who have been able to see them, because a lot of stuff is still considered confidential, they are just blown away when they see the list after list after list of complete industry-changing products and services. And I do not lose this lightly. You will be blown away with the list and the products and services that will be coming out on the for-profit side that will. A lot of my profits are going straight back into the global profit pool that you guys will share in every single month and week, for that matter, on hundreds of products that will come out over the coming weeks, months, and years. Let's see here. Next question is, this is falling right in line with that. Can someone have more than one position? If you get you have 2 different credit cards, we're not gonna come, spank your hand. We're going to, the best thing to do is, though, if you're going to do that, the better thing to do is husband bring a wife in, wife bring a husband in, bring, the kid thing. This we just talked about. That's the better way to go about it, because the whole system is so powerful. And there's so much money to be made. And another thing, we have no limitations to how much you can make. Remember, there's no limitations. We don't scold you because you're making too much money. We want you to make money. So we always suggest that you bring in another family member, even a friend, someone who may be a little bit down and out on things. And then you help a friend out that may have lost their home recently, get them back on their feet, making a few extra $100 and maybe a few $1,000 and what have you. That's a great thing to do as well. So it's really more about focusing on your main position and your family and then friends, obviously. And, if you want, help a stranger too. Let's see here. Can we market other companies? Yeah, of course. We've talked about this before. I know why other companies put in your contracts that you can't refer others, or you can't do other businesses. They don't want the competition, for one, and they want to stop. They want to have any reason in the world to stop paying you commissions. I don't understand any of that. We want competition. We welcome competition. We love competition, because the only thing that makes us is better. That's the way we run. We're a business. We have to be better than the other people in every aspect of what we do. Will we win on everything? Maybe not. Will we try to win in everything? Yes. That we can guarantee. We will want to be the best at everything we do, every business, every product, everything we do. That's going to make us better. It's going to make us stronger. It's going to make you more commissions at the end of the day. So, you know what? We're not going to take money out of your mouth if you have another income coming from another company. You know, that's great. We encourage that. So not a worry there at all. Jump in and join us and every other one for that matter. But you know what? You're going to spend the bulk of your time with us because our program's so much more powerful than anything out there. And you know what? More power to them. But well, we'll see them out there in the business world, and we're looking forward to winning. Let's see here. The next question. Marketing materials, this was actually already covered. What will we have available to us? We did touch on this just a bit ago. We will have everything you need to be successful. When we go live, there will be, all the banners, landing pages, videos, etc. One of the things is that I know that a lot of people have been clamoring for marketing stuff now to help people get people in. That's very network marketing, and that is not what we're about. What we want to get live properly first, but that second, day one, when you log in your back office, you'll have a plethora of products and ads and banners and all those type of things that will not only start out with, but every week and sometimes every day there'll be new stuff back there because we have a lot of sources for bringing in those marketing materials, and a lot of people have different diversity. We have a global audience, and people have different concepts of what they like. So instead of giving you 5 landing pages for you to look at and use to forward on to other people, we want to give you 50. Then we want to give you 500. So that's what we're looking at doing. But we want them all different. They're not all coming from one company. We have multiple companies. We have multiple independent contractors. That's kind of what I just reached out to the people here. Is that if you're a talented artist, we want to see what you got, and we'll be glad to we bring on as independent contractor, and just as we do with many other services. So what we'll do is we'll set up an email for that you can say, hey, I'm interested. Here's a little sampling of my work. And let's bring it, keep it in the family, as they say. So let's see here. Okay. Yeah, and basically, at the end of the day, we're not hypey. We don't go with that direction. This is the business side is how you earn the real money. This is how you sustain money. And jumping from one poorly designed program to another isn't ever going to create you wealth. That's where we've changed it all. So you're part of something really special with this and very big. And, let the business do what it needs to be done to bring it live here. But in just a few weeks, you're off to something that's going to be, just revolutionary. And it's going to be fantastic. You're going to have great success with us, and we're looking forward to, everybody being part of it. There is something else, is that a lot of people want to come in and see us, which we've already had a lot of people come in and see us. But right now, our time is so focused and so limited. What I'm going to ask is that everybody who has my number and my emails is that if you just give me a couple of weeks, then I'll be back full force in the whole bit. But another thing we're going to do here, we haven't set the timelines, but roughly once a month, we will invite anybody in on a couple of days. Let's just call it the end of the month on like a Thursday, Friday. Anybody can come in from anywhere. We have a big conference room we can put many people in, and we can sit and brainstorm. We will get your opinion, tell us what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, tell us some things you may have heard that we maybe should be expanding in, growing in, all those type of things. The information will come out of these monthly get-togethers is going to be it's going to be amazing. We're really looking forward to that. So that way, everybody, anywhere, can come in, and we'll have a set date so they can plan. We can, work out there's many hotels here at the beach, and a lot of people haven't been to San Diego before, and we're less than a football field away, or a soccer field for our international friends, away from the beach, and we're on the main street where all the shops and restaurants and all the other things are around here. It's a great place to live, and it's a great place to visit too. So we'll look forward to that. So everyone's welcome, and we're looking forward to everybody coming in. Whether it's just a family vacation or serious business where they got some great ideas they want to let us in on. And we'll do a lot of sharing in those meetings as far as ideas, thoughts, and be part of the growth of the business. We're really looking forward to that part of it. Let's see here. Are there going to be any limits on the number of affiliates that can join? Affiliates, I don't know if the question was asking on founders or total affiliates. the company, we're in business to make money and have a program that makes people money. So there is no limit to the amount of people that can come into the program. I'm thinking the question may have been asked, are there a number of people that you could bring individually? Like some companies cap it or what have you. We don't have any limitations on that. You can bring anything in that any amount of members. You can bring 1, 2, 5. There isn't any prerequisites. You bring in one person, then you're going to get paid on all 3 different mechanisms: Spinfinity, the Global Profit Pool, and Infinity. So it just makes sense, and it's so easy to bring people in that, over the course of time, if you're not a major power player, just set your goal at one a month, one a quarter, but by the time a year goes by, you're going to have a bunch of people, and you're going to be doing well, so it makes a lot of sense. The optimal number for the power players out there and the really good heavy hitters is roughly about 10. Is where you're going to want to be. You don't need to do 50 or 100 or anything of that nature. As a matter of fact, you get in around 10. That's where I'd start making, with the family or friends, is that you start working with your family and start getting in that position, and that'll be a much more optimal way, because the payout system is when you start putting in your little reference numbers in the back office, when we have our calculator of how much you're going to make when you refer 1 or 2 and they refer a couple of people, that little calculator, you're going to be blown away. There's nothing that's ever been put together like this. With that, no limitations on how many people can come in the business, no limitations on how many you could bring as an individual, but I would use a strategy to help either friends or family members and stuff of that nature. That makes a lot more sense for everybody. Let's see. This question is pertaining to when we do the investors and the entrepreneur things. Some people may be new on this call, so I'll kind of take a second. Basically, it says where one of the things that we're doing is in a few months, we don't have the exact timeline, but as GlobalOne goes live, we start seeing all the great activity with the charity. And then we have the for-profit products start hitting the market, and you start seeing these hit the marketplace. One of the things we're going to do is we're basically going to ask everybody who's a member in our program and anyone they know, relative, friends, all that type of stuff, if they have an invention or an idea or a product that's in their head or on the drawing board or in the garage, and they're afraid to tell someone or they don't have the funding, we want to help bring the top businesses to light. And so with that, that's basically what the question is. It says, if I submit a product idea inventor, do I still rightfully own the product patent? That program is for you. It's to get your dreams launched. I've been an entrepreneur and a visionary for a long time, and I've been in the big meetings with the VCs and the angels, and I've seen it all, and it's a tough world out there when it comes to that type of stuff. So I've invented several products over the years, and I know how hard it is to get that dream alive. I know that a lot of people want to keep it a secret because they're afraid someone's going to take it. You have the entire faith of the entire company that all we want to do is get your program live. So we're the perfect sounding board for your program, and it will only stay inside with the company until we actually go live with it. But to answer the question about ownership, the exact details have not been put into writing yet, but we got a really good whiteboard on what we're doing. It's just as networking network marketing and so forth is broken and antiquated business model. At the end of the day, with the way that we can do things now with the internet and the group that we'll have, this powerful, powerful group, is that so is the way people get their companies funded and get them launched. We're going to change all that too. Why go to do it the old-fashioned way? That's very difficult, very expensive, and basically they take your whole company and you gotta It's amazing what they do to you, and they make it so tough for you that you're sorry you ever got in business with them 9 times out of 10. But we all see the dreams. We all see the big ones to make it. We're changing all that. It is your company. You own the company. We will negotiate the terms of what we want. But remember that GlobalOne is a business as well. So if we help get your product live, yes, we will take a little bit of it. But what that little bit is going to do, it's going to go in the profit pool. It's going in the profit pool to make more commissions for everybody so they can share in your pride in your product and the whole bit. And that next person has a great idea, everybody's going to want to participate because you might have that next idea, and you're going to love to have the endorsement of 1 million, 2 million, 5 million people in our program, let alone their family, friends, their neighbors, their the other people they talk to. You're talking about a community that's massive that can launch your program overnight. You can't buy this. You want to run an advertisement on TV? We've done that stuff years ago. It's a waste of time and a waste of money. We got a live group of people that are going to be happy to see a fellow member of the program get a product live. And they're also, at the end of the day, just by being part of the membership, I'm taking part of the company, most of the company profits on anything we do. It's going to go in the global profit pool. That's what's so powerful about this program, because there'll be hundreds of outside businesses from products that I'm bringing that I already have either invested in or been part of for years now that are coming to life right at the right time. Timing couldn't be more perfect for this. But all these new invented products. This is one of the most exciting parts of our company. Right alongside these great innovations, these game-changing products. So at the end of the day, still being drawn out, but yes, so you don't have to be afraid to pass it on. We want to see the good ideas, and we'll set up in the back office. There'll be a link that'll describe all that. It'll have all the general idea of how it works and so forth, so you can submit your ideas and confidentially in the whole bit. So hopefully that answered that. We want I bet you at the end of the day, man, we want your inventions, your products, your services, or whatever it is, we want it out of your head or out of your garage and available to the world. And we're going to make it easy, and we're not going to make it as complicated as it has been in the past. Again, that's another thing we're changing with this business. Nobody's ever thought about doing anything like this before. You're part of it. Let's see here. That looks like it was the last of the questions. Well, I'm just going to do in closing here. These are really exciting times. We are very, very close to getting this live and realizing the dreams of so many out here, including myself. This is a life's work for me. I've been building businesses for decades, and this is an accumulation of a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of money. We put a ton of our own capital into this program, and but that's what you do when you're an entrepreneur. You work and you work hard, and a lot of times it takes everything you have, and it takes a lot of money. But the reward is that you have yourself a great company, and we got ourselves a great company here. Also, I do want to note that this will be my full-length conference call until we go live, but that's not too far out. The reason being is that I have to stay focused on getting on the company live, and that's where you want me. You want me doing that. And but what you do want to do is that the calls that we'll be having, they're going to be very continue to expand on the education, a little more detail of what the program is about that people want to know about. And what this would do on the Tuesdays and Thursdays is that they will be, like I said, more informative. So join them, and this will give you yourself as we go live in the next few weeks. You'll just know quite a little bit more about what we have in store. So day one, you just go in your back office or your main site, and you have everything's there overwhelming potentially for some, but you'll have a good idea coming into going live. So I highly recommend, even though I won't be on the calls, that you join them. As a matter of fact, you just might get a surprise, and I'm going to jump on one of the calls and say we're live going this X amount of days, so you definitely want to be on the calls and get informed. So with that, I'm going to end the call here. Keep it up. Go ahead and get the affiliates in for free. Can't hurt at all. And next stop is a little more education for you on the calls, but the next stop is getting live and making this thing happen. And, man, it's going to be fun. Thanks, everyone, and good night.